Might be the duel of the weekend here. Michigan takes on Iowa. We saw the Hawkeyes had a dominant performance against Illinois and Northwestern, but now the competition is going to ramp up considerably. And so many questions, so many tight matches in this one that it's going to come down to. But I think it really is probably going to come down to two middleweight matches that are going to tell the tale here. I think there's some clear favorites in a lot of weights. And then you've got 57 and 65. But we'll kind of run through the lineups here. You've got Michael D'Agostino versus Drake Ayala. Drake looking really good, former number one ranked. I'm sure Michael D'Agostino at some point in the season is going to be ranked number one. That's just how the season has played out. But Drake's looked really good. He lost to Matt Ramos. Ramos is a tough matchup, tough guy. He's our current number one. D'Agostino and Ayala have wrestled before, back when D'Agostino was at Northwestern, and it was Drake. This was one of Drake's first signature wins as a true freshman. So I like the matchup here for Drake. I think he's a favorite. D'Agostino, however, coming off a dominant tech fall victory against McCrone of Ohio State, he's looking good. The weight's a tough thing for D'Agostino, right? It's not easy for him to make. I don't think it's easy for any 25-pounders to make that weight class, but let's be honest here. There's been duels he hasn't wrestled because he wasn't going to make weight. So that's a factor in this. And 2 hours off the scale, is he going to feel really, really good? That's going to matter. And Drake Ayala is a guy we've seen with a really relentless gas tank. So great match here to get things started. I'm sure we'll start at 25. We often do. And we go into 33 where Michigan's going to be a really big favorite. Dylan Ragusin looks fantastic right now. He dominated Nick Bouzakis last week in the duel. He won Midlands. He's going to be a big favorite, whether it's Schriever, Teskey, Cale Peterson. It doesn't matter. Ragusin's the favorite here. He's likely to win and win big. 41, well, I would say Iowa a huge favorite, but where's Real Woods been? We haven't seen him in a while. I think he's probably the favorite. Sergio Limley has looked really good, and I think probably Real is the clear favorite at 141 against everyone in America, including Michigan's scrappy true freshman, Sergio Limley. Limley was not able to wrestle last week due to a skin flare-up the day of the duel against Ohio State, and it ultimately may have cost them the duel. So that was a big bummer for Michigan. But hopefully he's back. Hopefully Real Woods is back. Would love to see all these teams at full strength. But this is another one where it's pretty clear a favorite in Iowa. 149, Austin Gomez looks like he's ready to win a national title. Now, is he my pick? Is he the favorite? I'm not getting into that because I'm not really sure. You could say he looks like the favorite when he's dominating Dylan D'Amelio, but Ridge Lovett went to Las Vegas and won that whole dang thing, and he beat Caleb Henson. And to me, Caleb Henson, a win over Caleb Henson is more proof that you're ready to win a national title than anything Gomez has done this year. Now, you could go back and you say, well, wait, this guy beat Yanni. This guy's beaten Ridge Lovett multiple times. He's been as good as anyone. I don't disagree with that, but I can't shake what we saw last year from Austin Gomez. And we've got to see a little more than 3-4 matches before I'm ready to say, clear title favorite right now, no doubt about it, Austin Gomez. I'm just not there yet. I'm ready to say he can win a national title. He's good enough to, and he looks great right now. And he's going to be a favorite over Caleb Ratchi of Iowa, no doubt about that. That's a bad matchup for Caleb. Gomez is a bad matchup for kind of everyone, though. He's just that good. He's so good on his feet. He's great upper body. Doesn't really get ridden. As long as the tank's good and it's looked great so far, he's going to be tough to beat. And this is going to be a tough one for Iowa to even, this is one where Gomez could probably be looking for a major decision here. And Ratchi, he's really tough, hard to score. I think he preserves this as a decision. But this is what I think the duel is going to come down to, this 57-65. I think Michigan has to get one of these, and they're going to be really tough to get. Willan versus Jared Franck. Now, this match is, we can already kind of hypothesize what this match is going to look like. It's going to be an attack or two, and it's going to come down to those finishes. Neither guy's going to ride the other, right? Willan's not going to ride Franck or vice versa. There's not going to be a lot of takedowns in this match. There's not a lot of takedowns in any Willan match ever. And I think Franck is just a likely favorite here. I think he's probably going to get a takedown. He could get two, but it's probably be a one takedown match. And then it's like, all right, Will, you have to go get it. And when Will has to go get it, it's a lot tougher for him. So I think Franck's a considerable favorite here. And then coming into this season, I would have said Caliendo. I'm talking about 165. I would have said Caliendo versus Cam Amin. That's a toss-up match. But now I'm not as sure. I mean, Cam's missed some time. His performance against Mitchell Messenbrink, you could say on the one hand, it's like, well, that's just Mitchell. Mitchell is just that guy. And I think he is that guy. But at the same time, Cam, you can't say Cam looked good there. Did that look like best version Cam Amin? You can't honestly believe that. But we didn't see him the next week. It was Bo Mantanona that stepped out there and wrestled that match. It wasn't Cam Amin. So if we get Cam Amin full strength versus Michael Caliendo, okay, they got a shot. But Caliendo's looked really, really good all year long. His only losses to David Carr. Carr is a national champion, a guy who could win a title this year at the toughest weight in NCAA wrestling. So other than that, Caliendo's looked like a stud, start to finish. So he's gonna be my pick in this match until I see Cam come back and look like the Cam Amin of last year, the Cam Amin that's beaten Alex Marinelli and all these other really tough guys, beaten Dean Hamady. Till I see that guy, I'm going with the Hawkeye. I'm going with Michael Caliendo. 74, Shane Griffith, Patrick Kennedy. A week ago, I would have said clearly Shane Griffith. Kennedy looks like the real deal. After a rough start at 74, with a crazy match against Gaitan that he won, and then gets dominated by Incontrera of Penn, I was like, all right, Kennedy is not a 74-pounder. Well, what I wasn't factoring in there was that it's not necessarily just the size that was contributing to those down performances. He was coming off an injury. Now he's back. Now he's healthy. So we see him wrestle against Edmund Ruth, and Kennedy looks awesome. He's really strong for the weight. He hand fights well. He's hard to take down. And he limited that match into wrestling where he was better, and he beat Edmund Ruth. So now he's got Shane Griffith, who he has some variance in his performance, right? This guy lost to Lorenzo Norman at CKLV, a true freshman from Stanford, ironically. And he had a tight one against a true freshman, Rocco Welsh. Welsh, he took bottom in the third, and Griffith was licking his chops and took him out. But that was a really close match, and Griffith had the advantage only in the mat. From neutral, it was Rocco Welsh. And could this match look similar? I don't know. I still think Griffith, man, this guy's mettle, his pedigree, he's the favorite here at 174 pounds over Kennedy until proven otherwise. 184, probably a tough one for the Hawks, but Aiden Riggins, he's surprised at times. He had some moments, but Jaden Bullock going to be a favorite here. If he's back and healthy, he kind of got his bell rung a little bit against Rogotsky. And then 197 pounds, Luke Geog versus one of the bigger surprises of the year, and we say a surprise, but it could be just lack of opportunity for Zach Glazier of Iowa. He's been behind a 4-time All-American, 5-time All-American, Jacob Warner, throughout his career. Now he's getting his opportunity, and hey, the guy hasn't lost. The guy's been really good all year long. He won the Soldier Salute. He's been money in dual meets. He iced at 197 and won the duel for the Hawks against the Cyclones. Zach Glazier's been really good. He's going to be a favorite here. He's going to be a favorite here against whether it's Strigow, Rogers. I don't know who they're going to use, but he's going to be a big favorite there. And then with heavyweight, Michigan's a big favorite here. Davison over Hill or Keeter. I assume they use Hill here because Keeter's probably not ready to win this kind of a match yet. Maybe if the duel's on the line, they send Ben Keeter, the true freshman, the football player who's kind of rounding into wrestling shape. But either way, Davison should be a solid favorite. So that's how I got it. That's how I see the duel playing out. I think Michigan needs one at 57 or 65, or they need what I'll call an upset at 125. Obviously, duels are crazy. Upsets happen all the time. But that's how I see it. I think the Hawks are a favorite here against the Wolverines.